Isn't it weird? Went to Cars and Coffee today, and one of these little weird cars, and it was like a strange car, had a book that he put on the dash, and it said, what did it say? How to live with a large penis.
Yeah, it's my autobiography. A car was perfectly sized for you.
Dude, it was like this big. It was a tiny little car.
I thought you were gonna get in it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I am drinking a Stone IPA.
Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
Why?
Why does the show have to suffer? Because you have low energy. Do it again.
The show suffering?
Just do it again.
What's up, guys?
Ah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I am drinking a Stone IPA, 6.9%. Honestly, this movie is a lot of just like authentic experience between being a private. So I've already been there, done that. It's like I've been a private, did a lot of stupid shit like these guys did. So I don't know. There's not like much to break down because there's no like it's not a lot of tactical scenes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go off your questions. We'll see what seems strange, and then I'll just answer them the best I can, being a military guy.
All right, cool. I'm excited. I got a lot of questions about this. Let's get into it.
Brown or yellow or red, you are now green. You are light green or dark green. Do you understand?
Are you eyeballing me with those baby blues?
Are you? Sir, no, sir.
All right, so between this one and Full Metal Jacket, I'm kind of noticing a theme.
Yeah, that's just how basic is. And they're good at it, and it's terrifying. And like a good drill sergeant's fucking scary, because you don't know what they're gonna do to you. You're still a civilian at that point. You haven't transitioned into understanding how military works, and they just fucking come at you heavy. So it's just such a culture shock. That whole time you're just like, you don't even know how to do anything. You can't walk right. You can't dress right. You can't make your fucking bed right. You can't do anything right. So you're just like, wah, and you're learning how to just be completely lost and still figure out how to just move forward despite like not knowing what the fuck to do. So it's just overwhelming experience.
What do you do leading up to this moment?
So you sign up at MEPS, and then they ship you to in processing, and in processing is like this place that you go and you actually sleep there and stuff. And it sucks, dude. They give you a book to read, and you're like, if you're in line waiting, you're reading your book. And so it's like they're trying to get you to fall asleep, and then every time if you nod off at all, they just like destroy you. So you do like get your shots, you do like medical, you'll squat like a duck naked and walk around and shit. It's just because the doctors like are trying to examine a bunch of dudes at the same time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's just like this weird indoctrination, like in processing of medical stuff, and then collecting all your military equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, that's when it starts. You get on a bus, you go to your whatever your prospective basic, and then you get on a bus, and that's when you meet your drill sergeants. So you've been in like this like weird kind of going in the military phase for like a week. And then it's like once you have all your equipment, you have all your shots, your head's shaved, then you go meet your drill sergeants and you start basic. And that's when the fucking wheels fall off for you.
Fun fact, I drove Sean to, not to his original MEPS, but I drove you down to get sworn in, I believe. And what's that called? Down San Diego somewhere?
I was in LA. It was MEPS. You drove me to MEPS.
Is it MEPS? Okay,
Yeah.
so I drove him to MEPS, and I dropped him off at the recruiter's office when he actually left.
What's up, guys? Did you know that the Mentor program is now live? That's right, we're live. Go sign up now at the FNGAcademy.com. Click the Mentorship program. We have 3 tiers. Tier 3, if you just want to support the channel or if you just want the exclusive content, it's $25 a month. We're doing weekly video drops on there, and it's the best way to help support us so we can keep doing what we're doing. Tier 2 is coaching in group sessions, and tier 1 is one-on-one coaching with a Green Beret. Those spots are currently full, but if you're interested in the one-on-one coaching, just sign up for the email list. We'll let you know when the spots are available so you guys can sign up. Thank you so much, and we look forward to helping you guys achieve your goals. Also, this video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you want to be SF, you need to be in shape, go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. Use code word BUCK, and he'll hook you up.
What in the fuck is this?
Sir, it's the recruit showing up a footlocker, sir.
Jesus, Joseph and doggy style, Mary. That is a pile of dog shit.
Sir, the recruit's never been good at drawing, sir.
Why the fuck are you my scribe then? Isn't my scribe supposed to know how?
But what's a scribe?
It was just a task in basic that game, like, you're going to be my scribe. So he's like, you're going to whatever he wants them to do, like draw it on the wall locker or list everyone's names or whatever writing needs to happen. He's the scribe, so he's the one that's going to do the writing.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't some sort of a career choice that he made or some shit that he's supposed to be doing.
No. These guys are fucking nuts, dude. Marines are they're fucking nutcases.
Are they really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just different. I don't know what they do to them in basic or AIT or whatever, but fucking Marines are weird. They're nuts. Like over here. We had a couple Marines in my police academy class. And one of them, man, dude's fucking... Like, what are you doing out there? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, come back. And he's like, nah, I live out here now. I'm a Marine. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That fucker did whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. I was like, you know you get in trouble for that. He's like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I was like, okay.
Is Marines the only ones that have a nickname like that? Like a well-known one?
Yeah.
I know you guys have different ones for different positions that you guys have within the groups, but like as far as like entire branches having a nickname.
Yeah, probably. I don't really know of many other ones. Yeah, Jarhead.
Why are you so upset about doing this movie?
I don't know. It's just, to me, there's just fucking nothing that happens.
God.
Like, it's a good movie if you're trying to get immersed into the military culture. But I know this culture. Like, I don't want to fucking watch this movie. I don't like this movie.
Oh, fucking well.
Because it's like, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal goes to basic and, they want to brand him. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fucking cool. Like, it's about the worst parts, essentially, to me. It's about the mundaneness of the military and how bad it could be when you don't get to do the things that you want to do. And it's like, I don't want to relive that. I did a lot of that shit. I wonder who their technical advisors were, because they fucking nailed this movie. Who drinks like that? Jake Gyllenhaal, why are you guzzling like that?
Still got that stomach flu, Swapper?
I can't seem to shake it.
Did you ever hide out in the bathroom?
Fuck no. For what? I don't understand this. And why is he drinking X-Lax?
He's obviously trying to get out of it.
Why would she slide his food into the shitter?
I don't fucking know.
Like, I need to eat while I shit. Thank you. Like, what? What's up with people trying to get out of it? Like, bitch, you signed up for it.
But you didn't have people like
No, people
trying
do it all the time.
do crazy like stuff like that. Like not even necessarily this, but maybe something just to get them out of what they just got into.
Yes, all the time. It's normal, but you don't have to see it, right? Because they're just gonna go to the med station all the time and be like, oh, this hurts, and me. And then they'll be at the nurse's station, like, trying to get out of everything. But it's basic. They know that everyone's gonna, like, a lot of people are gonna be like, I fucked up. They're not just gonna let you... Like, who gave them that fucking laxative?
I don't know. Bought it from like a little pharmacy you guys have there?
You can't go buy anything in basic. So, like, I don't even know where he got the laxative. And he's just, like, drinking it like he's sucking a dick. He's like...
You can't buy anything when you get there?
No.
Like you can't go to a little, do you not have a snack bar or anything?
No, you can't buy shit. You don't buy shit till you graduate. You don't have money.
There's no snacks or nothing?
No. You eat chow hall food. You eat when it's time to eat, when they tell you eat, what they tell you eat.
What do they serve you when you first get there?
Chow hall food, which is just random, like, cafeteria shit. It's garbage. Like peas and fucking carrots, like canned food. Like, nothing great. It's all shit. But you eat when you tell you eat. They tell you eat. You eat fucking fast. You get it done. You're not going to, like, be able to buy anything. So they can't just buy laxative. That's why I was confused at this one. Because he's drinking this laxative to replicate the shits. But it's like, where'd you get that? You must have gotten that from you only could get it from the nurse. So I don't know where he got laxative from to fucking guzzle like Jenna Jameson in the bathroom.
Maybe he told her he was constipated.
Come on, man! Keep it moving! Fucking move! Come on! Ceasefire! Corman!
No, that would never happen.
Why would they put that in there then?
Because technically we do that. We've done the live fire where you crawl under live rounds.
Yeah.
And it is live fire. But they're aiming fucking way over your heads. There's no way you could stand up and fucking jump on each other's shoulders. They're aiming so high, you would never get hit. This guy's over here, like, not even paying attention, not even aiming, just shooting fucking off nilly. He's not even looking at him. Like, no.
And that's never happened? Like if you were there, and I'm not talking about somebody getting shot, but let's say a crazy training exercise, like nobody's ever gotten just really fucked up while they were trying to get through something, like massively fucked up. Like I'm talking about like.
Oh, it happens all the time. We just reviewed that mortar thing where he was training and he fucking blew his hand up.
No, that's true.
I mean, I almost got shot in the face as special forces. We were training. We were under nods doing a live fire range, and we were moving in a V, and then we had live pop-up targets that were coming up. Well, this particular range, we kept switching people, which was so dumb, because one group would the live targets would pop up, and then they would move to cover, and they would put them down behind cover. So then I switched groups. We moved to cover, put them down. Switch groups again. The third one, I go to move to cover, and the guy starts lighting them up, and fucking whap, whap, whap. So like I had to stop as I see his muzzle flash in my face. He almost shot me in the fucking face. And I was like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like in the moment, I didn't say anything. After I was like, "Dude, you almost shot me in the face," and he was like, "Well, good thing you were paying attention." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Listen, man, I was fucking infantryman." He's like, "When you see fucking enemy, you shoot and then move." Even though like we had all kind of collectively decided to move and then shoot. And it was like, fuck, but shit happens. I'm like, you know, it is what it is. So to say that training accidents don't happen, it happens all the time. I mean, people die in free fall. But this particular thing happens all the time. And maybe a long time ago, they put it closer than they need to, and someone did get hurt. And that's why they changed it to what I experienced, where they shot way over our heads to the point where it's not even doing anything anymore, because it was so high that you can't even, now that I've actually been shot at and almost got hit, you could tell the zips and the snaps of rounds and the directions they're heading, but they were shooting so high that you can't hear any of that. And now that I can compare it to being close, it's pointless. So this would have been more realistic, but you definitely would be high enough to where if someone, like they would have to get up onto their feet and then stand, so you would see that coming, you know? But I mean, could you imagine the guy like shooting your own, a soldier in the fucking head?
No, that's why when I saw it, I was like, this has to be based on some like semblance of truth, right? Like they're trying to portray, and in my opinion, it seems believable, even though I've never been there. But why would they? In my mind, I'm like, why would they put something in that's so like fake? I guess it's something that wouldn't happen. So it leads me to believe that this has happened or could happen.
It might have happened, but in the way I've experienced it, this drill still happens, but they do it so high. So maybe back before they did that, they were like, let's fucking send it. And someone stood up and got hit. I don't know.
Send it.
I am nothing.
Without my rifle, I am nothing.
Without me, my rifle is nothing.
Without me, my rifle is nothing.
The grunt dies for 15,000 poorly.
Did they make you say that?
No.
They never made you say that rifle thing?
No. I'm telling you, Marines are different, man. They do some weird shit.
Yes, are they warm nuts?
No, I believe the room temperature.
Well, maybe later you can come and warm up my nuts.
You know, I don't really like the little ones.
You poor bastard. I bet your recruiter promised you a whole wide world of pussy, huh?
You fucking A.
fucking A.
The price of every horse from Langapole to Stockholm.
And here we are, headed to the desert, no pussy in 1,000 miles.
Fucked by the green weenie again.
I just thought this scene was interesting because it shows like all the different personalities that you're going to encounter when you're there. So I'm wondering, did you have like a guy like that or guys like that were just outspoken and just kind of off the wall? Maybe they're trying too hard, or
Absolutely.
but they just fucking talk too much. Like, did you have those types of dudes?
You have every type, every walk of life joins the military. It becomes this melting pot. So it's like every race, every religion, every type of person, you get all of it, and it's awesome. It's fun because you experience so much of the world that you wouldn't get to experience because they come from all over the world, and then you get to like see the different ways of life through them. So I just want to know who watched this and was like, we should make a racing movie with this guy.
Hey man, no Fast and the Furious references.
What a horrible casting choice.
It was a terrible casting choice for that movie.
Hey man, like I like to race cars.
I know he kept the accent too.
That hick accent and like he was Jarhead with racing cars. It's like, what the fuck, in Tokyo?
It was a weird movie.
In Tokyo, like
in a total weird choice, and that's why there was only one of them.
Yeah.
Like with him in it. That was
Terrible.
it. Like it was just a standalone drift movie.
I feel like he paid someone off. Like
Had a little Bow Wow too.
Yeah, I know.
And he
With
had
his
that
fucking
Hulk Scion.
car. Like the dumbest shit. He's like, we're gonna be friends here in Tokyo. Like, go back to Jarhead. What a stupid line. You want to come over and warm my nuts later?
You ever on an airplane like that?
We did a civilian airline. It was kind of funny because all of us had to put our M4s into the luggage carrier.
To the luggage carrier?
So the luggage carriers are stacked with rifles. But we did a civilian line coming back from Afghanistan once. I think we went to Kuwait, and then from Kuwait we had a civilian back home.
Civilian as in the plane was still full of you guys? It's just on a civilian airline? Or were there
Yeah, it's still full of
there?
no, it's full of us on a civilian airline because typically you fly C-130.
Mm.
And that's why we always, Special Forces guys will always buy the hammocks because you travel so much on C-130s that you don't want to, it's super uncomfortable. I mean, it's like a little cargo net for a seat.
Right.
And you're going to be on that thing for hours. So you get a hammock from REI, and then you'll strap it from the wall of the C-130 to whatever cargo's in there or the other wall, and then that way you could sleep on the plane.
So, funny story is that before Sean actually left and went to basic, he lived with me for about a month. And I lived in a house with a couple of my friends, and one of our roommates, the room that he stayed in until he left, was actually deployed in the Air Force. That guy is actually in this movie, in this scene that I'm going to show you guys right now, the room that he stayed in a month leading up to him going into basic.
Which is crazy because I've never even met the guy.
I know, because he was gone, he was deployed.
Jesus, did you just land in a war zone or a funeral parlor? Good afternoon, Marines!
Right. Okay, so you see the guy right here on the right?
Yeah.
The guy just above him. In the middle of these two guys right here. Just off to the left. You want me to go point?
Yeah, the one with his mouth open right now? Well,
Yeah.
They all got their mouth open, but...
Yeah.
How did he end up doing this? Was he just like deployed and they came over to do it? Did he tell you a story?
No, I don't know. Paul, what's up, man? I told you that I was going to point you out in this. I don't know if you want to drop in the comment section. I'll send you a message so you can. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he ended up in it. And I remember him telling me he was in this movie like long before I met you. Because I remember just him telling me the story, and then we were watching the movie and he pointed himself out. That's how I knew he was in it.
Nice.
But I just thought it was funny that I knew that way before he was deployed, and it's before you set off to basic, and then he's in this movie that we're doing now.
Yeah, I did more than stay in his room. I'm sorry, dude. There was quite a few frequenters in that.
It was an interesting month. Oh yeah, this is just a question, and I didn't tie a timestamp to it.
Fights are starting in an hour.
Oh, that's right.
Adesanya gonna win.
What's a Jody?
A Jody? That's fuck. How do you describe it? Well, a Jody is when your chick is cheating on you with somebody.
But why is
while you're deployed?
Why is it called that? What
so the Jody is the dude that's hooking up with your chick.
Uh-huh.
Let me look up exactly. Yeah, so a Jody is the man sleeping with your wife while you're on deployment. I'm not sure why they call it a Jody. And it's unisex. So it's just whoever's sleeping with your spouse while on deployment's a Jody.
Back in the rear, so I suggest you get your shit together. You can start by taking all that down. Yeah, whatever.
Did you guys ever get punished as a group?
All the time. Well, you got to remember that they're a sniper team.
Uh-huh.
So that's why it's like he's really hard on them. It's always training and keeping up. They're scout snipers, so they're a sniper team. So they are essentially a small team. So that's why it's more cohesive, and Jamie Foxx's character is like really strict with his guys.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't have like a whole ton of dudes.
No.
It's just him overseeing a small group of guys.
Yeah, I don't know how the Marines do it, but it seems like they call it their scout snipers, so I imagine it's just a small team. And like most normal MOSs, or like you have your soft skill MOSs, they're not going to be out training like this.
Oh, okay.
He's smoking them because they're supposed to be a more elite unit of scout snipers.
In the hotel, she goes in the vacant room, right? Grabs on the pole and goes,
Jody! It's 6 foot 4!
Hey! Go pull the legs off the spider.
Okay, Corporal.
Hey, Swap, cheer up, man. We heading back to the rear, we'll get some AC, shit in the flush toilet, we can use your phone.
Did you ever like have guys in the group that received letters like that, or were growing like increasingly just like jealous or upset about something that's going on back home that they're suspecting but they can't do anything about it?
Oh, bro, all through basic, I had a phone. We had phones.
Like you weren't supposed to have phones?
No. But yeah, that stuff would happen all the time. Like someone would get a phone and then you'd be able to call and text, and they had more drama. So like the more communication they had, the more drama they had. But as far as letters went and like basic or on deployment, no. On deployment, by that time, everyone had all forms of communication. So if they had issues, they just kept it to themselves. But
oh, okay. So you never saw a guy get like broken up with and get all upset about it?
Mm-mm.
No.
They keep it to themselves. Like, what are you gonna do? Go cry to us? I'd be like, well, that's life, bro.
What's he doing?
Damn, that's sick.
My combat action
It's a cool scene.
has commenced.
That was sick. That was sick and completely unrealistic at the same time. So it was sick because, well, it just was shot amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looked so cool.
Yeah.
And then his dialogue, my combat action has commenced. Everyone knows their first time when it finally breaks. Like, when you finally get past that point of wondering what war is like, and then you experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really thoroughly enjoyed my first time, like, shooting my rifle in combat. I was like, it's happening. So like I felt like I had a moment. It wasn't this fucking crazy dramatic moment, but it was still a moment. Like, I had a moment with myself to where it's like, this is happening. It's done. I did it. I've crossed the threshold of a two-way range. And so I think that is really cool. What I think is really stupid is the fact that he's standing there while fucking rounds are going off and just like trying to take it in. It's like, I don't know if you guys know how shrapnel works, but it hurts, and it's metal, and it's traveling very quickly. It's kind of hot because it just got done getting exploded, and it will go into your body and could kill you. So the fact that rounds are just going off and dust is just caressing his face is a bunch of bullshit. Like, those rounds, once they hit, all that shrapnel blows up and out, and he's standing up and out. So he would have been taking shrapnel like a motherfucker standing out in the open like that.
I see. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but it's such a dope shot, right? Where they slow it down and then he does the voiceover.
Yeah, it's sick.
Sick.
Sick shot.
Give me some water. Don't rub your eyes. Don't rub your eyes. Hey, just close your eyes. Stop. We need that towel.
That scene to me just captured like hell on earth.
Oh, you think it's a green screen?
I have no idea.
It's crazy. I don't know how they set that shot up, but that's sick.
It's so intense and like raining oil on you, and everything's black, and then the oil's black, and like you're trying to dig and you can't see, and now it's getting in your eyes. It's like they were able to capture when shit just goes full bad, and just how miserable life could be.
Yeah.
And that's what so successful about this movie, even though it's not my type of movie, because I've lived some of this stuff. I just don't like watching this stuff. But what makes it so successful is that they just capture the fucking realness of everyday shittiness. So instead of high Gucci gear running and gunning and making all these fucking crazy combat moves, they could just take digging a hole and show you that it could be the worst experience of your life. It's fucking awesome.
I was just looking up a fact because I think Saddam Hussein set those on fire himself. Like, he set his own oil fields on fire.
So to not give away money, he was just going down. He was like, fuck you guys.
Oh, no, yeah.
Fuck, you have to do it.
Because we have the goddamn shots. That's why we're here.
Give me that fucking hand.
Fuck it. Stop. No, man. That is fucking kill. That is fucking kill. You fucking desk jockey and a fucking prick. You don't know what we got from now. It is the town. Let go of me. Just fucking let go.
I don't even know what that's about. That's fucking intense.
Dude, it's so brilliant. So, fucking Peter Sarsgaard, man. Damn.
Mm-hmm. That's a great actor.
Yeah. So, what's happening here is all right. So, the scene, he's about to take his shot, and he's his assistant gunner, and then the gunner, which is Jake Gyllenhaal, and they get approval.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the bad guy, they get approval, they're about to take a shot. So the Major Lincoln comes in and is like, hey, cancel, we're dropping a bomb on him. And so that's when the breakdown happens. And what people don't realize is that it's a culminating point of, as a scout sniper team trained to get sniper shots and to kill somebody. They're going to war. They're going to get what they were trained to do. Mm-hmm. They finally get their chance. They have the guy locked in. They get approval to send the shot. All he had to do was pull the trigger. And just like that, someone walks in and says no. So all the time digging in the oil, all the time of being miserable and training and fucking hating life in the stupid desert, all comes down to doing the one thing they were meant to do, and that is to snipe. To be snipers. Mm-hmm. And he finally gets his chance and loses it at literally a second away from doing it. If he would have just sent that shot, they would have done exactly what they were trained to do. They would have went to combat. They would have, used their skills and taken out the enemy. Mm-hmm. And like that, it was taken away from them. So this breakdown is just this culminating frustration of you don't get to decide what you're going to do in the military, and it's just a perfect representation of how the military works. Sometimes you get to Chris Kyle and pull the trigger multiple times, and sometimes you get to train your ass off and be just as capable and just as ready and never get your shot. It's not up to you. And so that was just a beautiful fucking scene of just how bad, when you train someone to do something and you tell them that that's what they want to do and that's what they need to do and that's their fucking mission and they better do that and that's what you want, and then you take it away from them. All right, guys, so I hope you like that breakdown of Jarhead. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a great movie. Some of the best actors of all time are in this movie. It's an amazing movie with some amazing portrayal of real life drama, and it's so accurate. The only reason I just wasn't looking forward to breaking it down was because it's like there's not a lot to break down. Emotionally, it had everything. Tactically, there just wasn't a lot for me to really like watch and be like, oh, this is what I would have done or whatever. It's a realistic portrayal of life in the military. Sometimes, most of the time it sucks. Sometimes you get to do what you want to do. You try to make the most fun of it as you can. Sometimes you love your job. Sometimes it's the worst fucking job on the planet. But the highs and lows of the military are captured in this movie, and it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best military movies of all time. It's just not. I just don't want to watch it anymore.
It's a sick movie, man. It does a good job of making you simultaneously not want anything to do with the military, and it also makes you want to be part of that like brotherhood that they have going on when they're all going through all that shit. Because you can just see them getting closer and closer and closer. So it makes you want to be a part of it at the same time. So it's pretty nuts.
For sure, it sets the bar for every military movie as far as emotional connection.
Yeah.
Like portraying emotions and like really showing what it feels like. I mean, I never, for once watching this movie, felt like I was watching actors. See you guys next time. Peace. We done? So let's go watch the fights.